Coups are wrong. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu seeks for support for a return of democracy to Niger Republic. Interesting. Now, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is seeking for the return of democracy to Niger Republic. Actually, the military took over from the democratic government a month ago, and it's yet to bow out from the pressure from within and outside the continent. Now, while regional leaders, including President Tinubu, have been working for democracy, he says at the ongoing United Nations General Assembly in New York that status regarding Niger and renegotiating with the military leaders. Now, as the chairman of the Economic Community of West African States, um, he said, and I quote, "I seek to help re-establish democracy, or rather democratic government, to the matter that addresses political and economic challenges confronting their nations, including the violent excrements whom seem to ferment instability in our region. Now I extend the hand of friendship to all who genuinely support this mission." And in his Tuesday speech, he reaffirmed that democracy is the best way to guarantee a better society. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu also said we must affirm a democratic government as the best guarantor to the sovereign will and the well-being of the people. Now, he also said that military coups are wrong, so is any entitled civilian political arrangement that perpetrates injustice. The wave of Africa does not demonstrate favor towards coup and in its demand for solution to perennial problems. You know, one line that actually struck me more is the part where he said that the part of this coup and not like he said military coups are wrong, so is any entitled civilian political arrangement that perpetrates injustice. Sometimes I feel like when our political leaders go out to say all those stuffs, they can literally do what they say. You know, it's easier said than done. Well, I'm not throwing tantrums at anybody, but let's just imagine a man who comes out and says all these things and does the opposite. The word in quotes there, he didn't even call it a civilian government. He said an entitled civilian political arrangement that perpetrates injustice. And his final line says, the wave of Africa does not demonstrate favor towards coup in its demand for solution to perennial problems. Now, you know, currently the United Nations is having the General Assembly in New York, and our president happened to be one of the key people representing Nigeria, not just being key, but because he's also the chairman of the Ecowas as well. It's a big honor to him. So after arriving, he's going to be having meetings upon meetings. But whereas this Niger Republic is concerned, I think Niger have actually partnered with two other countries. They signed a treaty pact, and that country is not a country but Mali and Burkina Faso. They've all come together to sign a defense pact that they will defend each other in times of war. And at one time, our president was saying he's under pressure to invade Niger. So I think he's trying to dialogue now because probably he has seen that we are not military ready to invade anywhere. We're not even military ready to invade Cotonou or even Congo. So he just wants to try to use dialogue. Because let's look at this. For them to have a military that could overthrow democracy, that is to say the military men, they are actually they are planned out already. They know their strategy, they know what to do and what not to do. Like I said before in our previous days, the military leaders in Nigeria or the military men in Nigeria are literally waiting to climb ropes or are literally waiting to jump from one river to the other, all in the name of training. And at the end of the day, you will not see them deporting these men who are supposedly trained to go and be bodyguards for political leaders, local government chairmen, school vice chancellors, and all what. They are literally no place to practice. So these people are literally, they are rusted at some point because all the trainings they have, all the trainings they've encountered, they've not even been to the field of war. Okay, let's say they are fighting this ongoing threats we've been having of the Fulani herdsmen, and I think we no longer hear much of bandits any longer after presidents came on board. They're just literally very few. And the Boko Haram, those are the people they've literally been fighting. These people are literally people who are locally armed with guns and stuffs to kill. But have they met the Niger Republic standard? Or have they met the Mali standard? Or whereas have they even met the Burkina Faso standard? Not so of when these three are combining together. I'll literally let the public think about this, because we going into war, it's not an option. Maybe that's why he's trying to literally use this whole ongoing United Nations General Assembly to dialogue a whole lot of stuff, because our military people are not even, they're not even mentally, physically, let me even add spiritually ready to go for any war. Nigerians got talking about this, they got reacting about this whole comment he made. And like I said, the last line of the comment about this civilian political arrangement really got a whole lot of people talking. Now, it's not just him being at the ongoing United Nations General Assembly, it's him speaking what he cannot do. Why is he giving an advice when he cannot actually adhere to his advice? President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should focus on upgrading Nigeria. And please forget about invading Niger, because those people are obviously ready. Exactly what I was saying. For them to actually be, they're not even bowing out to pressure from foreign countries that have ammunitions, nuclear weapons and stuff, because they know what they have. Who produces nuclear weapons in Nigeria? Who produces bombs in Nigeria? Is it the local gunpowder we're using? Those people are ready. They are evidently ready to fight a war. You can wake an army man or a military man rather in Niger, or can stand up and he is ready to go to war. But those we have in Nigeria are not even ready to go and even look for kidnapped victims. Look at the case of the Chibok girls that we've been looking for all this while. Our military men were not even up to standard to find these people. It's now become a story of the past. So what are we talking about here? All these are politically inclined speeches. The Western nations have what they want to use us to do. That is why the foreign countries or the white man's countries are literally telling us what to do, or literally telling our president what to do. And like the control he's literally listening to them. I wouldn't want to say he's part of our problems, but looking at the bright side, we're hoping for Nigeria to be better. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should learn to focus. I know the poor have been breathing. I think he needs to breathe as well, because the poor are tired of breathing. This whole Niger thing, I feel it should be a country solving their problem. If the people are comfortable with the military regime, they should be comfortable with it. If they are comfortable with democracy, they know how to fight back. Protest and dialogue has always been a better case to resolve things. Let's look at countries like China. What kind of stuff do they practice? The government provides for the people, and the people are comfortable. They are comfortable. We that decide to practice capitalism, problem. So every nation knows what is best for them and what is not best. And whereas it's not best, they know how to fight out their wars. And it is only when this nation will decide to seek for external aids, you cannot invade them. It is as simple as you telling a child to do something when you're not even doing that thing. You tell a child to sit down and you're standing. These children are looking up to you. So if the country is concerned that, okay, they want to stay where they are developing within these few months, if they've actually made significant impact in their life, let's let them be. Let's stop looking for war where there is no war, because if these people decide to come out Nigeria, or if Nigeria should say they want to go and invade, there will be no one left, because they will leave no stone unturned. So it's rather we focus on better things, on developing the life of Nigerians, rather than fighting wars and unnecessary meetings and dialogues when it doesn't really concern us. Anyway, that's the much reaction we can take for today. Do well to drop a comment, do well to tell us your reaction, and do well to tell us what you think about our president getting involved whole time in the Niger Republic saga.